We're back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, we have Bbig here, and we're going to talk about everything going on, what the short interest data is showing, where it stands, what my opinions are, and what happened today with today's dip and today's rip so far. And you may see this video later in the day, and everything I say will be there, and we'll see what happens, right? So I'm going to talk about some key things. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the stocks I mentioned this morning, as well as the home run of the week that I mentioned on the weekly watch list that you can gain access to as well by joining us over at the Patreon and Discord. Let's talk about those, and we're going to get right into it here with Bbig and everything going on. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the home run of the week, and I usually talk about the home run of the day. The stocks I mentioned this morning gave realistic expectations of 3 to 5%. The highest performer was IMPL, giving jumps of 10 to 15% at its highest peaks from the bottoms and the rips. And here we are to talk about the weekly watch list, because a lot of investors sometimes feel like daily opportunities might not be the fit for them. Well, there's a fit for everyone in the community, and you can always learn and grow by being part of the community, right? And here we are to share the weekly watch list home run. We had two stocks that performed pretty well, between 10 to 20%, but the home run of the week was ChargePoint. And we're going to talk about the whole entire list in just a moment. And if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together, and you'll gain access to both the Patreon and the Discord by joining. So CHPT, I talked about it on the 29th, right? This was Sunday. Pins was the worst performer of 3 to 5%, and Boozy gave us 10% plus on the week from its lowest point to the highest point. So the same principles that I look for on daily opportunities to happen within the day, within that same week, I'm looking for 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus moves. And here we have it. ChargePoint was at 21.24, and I talked about how earnings was coming up. Analysis price targets were looking still pretty strong, and the stock here on the 30th, right, hit a low of 20.73, came back up, came back down, hit a high here of 21.70, came back down, hit a high here of 21.90 something, and that right there alone was 5 to 10% move. So even right there, if somebody didn't feel comfortable going into earnings, that was pretty decent move. And then it pulled down, right, to $21 and took off to a high here of 24.78 into the next day. Nearly 25%. This was a 20% plus move, a home run for the week, something you can become part of as well. We look for opportunities daily, weekly, and even monthly, because some of these weekly opportunities can turn into monthly opportunities based off the charts and what it's looking like. We look forward to having you join us. Check out the link down below, and let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Bbig, and we're going to talk about the short interest, where it stands, and also what it's showing here of days to cover, as well as what is going on in the charts. As you can see here, this is 42 vision. I stated yesterday it was showing weakness and went into extremely oversold conditions, sat sideways, and went into extremely oversold conditions today. I shared my opinion in yesterday's video. A lot of people challenged me. A lot of people were actually, stating their opinions as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I always go off the charts beyond just short interest data, beyond what, all the Reddit forums and different locations are saying, beyond what the 8K and the proxy statement, all that stuff. You want to really kind of get a feel of what's going on. This turned out to be a short squeeze that happened since way back here. It was driven by retail. A little bit of it has to do with shorts covering, pulled back down, gave a second run, right? Retested a new all-time high. And the last time things went this high, it went right back down, okay? Within just a few weeks. Then it tried to retest highs again. It sparked up, but it never reached those highs again. So right now, what we're seeing is a different story. It went to all-time highs, came back down, tested new ones. It's going downwards, and it's building momentum here based off 42 vision. But I still think that this could be a bull trap, okay? I have not said that for Bbig. I've been talking about how it's one of the top ones to squeeze. I think this is a bull trap right now in the middle of things. Now, is there still potential for this to squeeze? Well, based off the short interest data, I think a lot of shorts, or a majority of them, have not covered. A little bit of them have right here, and a little bit of them have right here, right? The beginning and the second run. But right now, this could be a bull trap. A lot of people are like talking about the merger. They want to hold going into the merger, and that's completely fine. You know, if you have that risk tolerance, that's cool. But this made a move since way back here. And I've talked about the shorts that had to cover from here. If this could be held up, the stock has done really well at holding itself up above $5 and staying within this area between $5 to $9. And it's had its moments of spurts above $9, right, at those all-time highs. But for it to retest this high, it's going to take the bulls to hold their positions. The bulls are not holding their positions. This right here is all selling pressure, profit taking to the max. This was profit taking, okay? There was no more short shares available. Now they could kind of like let go of some of them and then re-get them, or, you know, everybody talks about dark pools. That's all a possibility. But for the most part, this is not the shorts. This is the bulls themselves taking profits. Now, it's being driven all over again by the bulls. There has to have been some type of covering here, though, because it moved really fast, okay? So I am going to state, hypothetically speaking here, that this could have been, right, the bulls as well as the shorts, okay? The shorts are involved in this just a tad bit. Now it's holding itself up, hit a high here of 868, came right back down, and it's trying to fight and stay above $8. If it can't do that, it's going to go into further weakness. This could be a bull trap that a lot of people got excited about, trying to ride it up, and now they're going to hold and bring it even more down, okay? The shorts love doing this because what they do is they trap more bulls to stay there, and then the bulls that are actually already in are the ones that win. So you got to think about what side of the picture you're on. If you did not join in around here, or even around here, or even at this point right here, like this dip here to get up to here, then, you know, anything that's going on here is just hope, speculation, no strategy, and the highest probability of going this way, okay? I'm not saying this to discourage anyone. I'm not saying this that it can't go up higher, because if enough bulls and enough Reddit forums and people are just speculating and articles are coming out left and right, they might build some momentum to retest these highs of $11, $12 and break out. But it's a lot more difficult to bring it in that direction than to actually bring it down. The reason why is because a lot of this holding up here is people holding from down here and even right here around this dip. Those are the people that are going to want to take their money back, and they already rode this. They're just holding to see, you know, let's see what happens. Does it go a little further? If not, I'm going to take the profits I have. I could have taken profits up here, but they're looking at it and they're like, well, I'm still a little bit above. I'm up 10%, 20%, 30%, 50, 100%. I'm going to take it. I went through the whole entire volatility. I'm out. And those people are going to pull it back down in this direction, handing right over the leverage that was built by the bulls right back to the bears and the shorts to gain more leverage on what they already initially were entailed to do, which is bring the shares even lower, hold them down, and maximize on their short positions. So it's so important to be aware of all this. And a lot of people overlook it. They just talk about the proxy. They just talk about the merger. And I had one guy talk about it, and I told him, look, I'm going to do further due diligence, but at the end of the day, the charts is where it's at, okay? I'm always about the charts. I don't care what noise is out there, what speculation is out there. The charts show what's going on. And you're going to see this video later this afternoon. And what I talk about, you're going to see the levels, and they're going to mean something. I'm not saying it can't go back up, right? I want you to be aware of that. I'm not saying this can't still short squeeze, because based off the data, the shorts are still holding a large amount. This has to have changed by a little bit. The short ratio has to have changed by a little bit. If this has gone up, that's a good thing, from 0.3 to either 0.5, 0.8, or 1. That's a good thing. Short float, it could have gone down from 50% to 40, maybe 30%. At the end of the day, it is still high. So there's still potential here for the shorts to have to cover if the bulls don't shake themselves out. They're the ones shaking this out, taking the profits, and letting it just go down, handing it right back to the shorts. So it's done a really good job at staying above 550. It's doing a pretty good job to stay above this low here of 685. But I mean, if that 685 gets broken through, I would watch carefully how it reacts between that area and 550. And if 550 gets broken through, that is going to be a significant decline, giving all the leverage back to the bears and to the shorts. And the bulls are just getting shaken out, and some are profiting, and others are just going to either cut their losses or average down until they can profit again. I know a lot of people want to hear about that proxy that's coming up this afternoon. We're going to see what happens. A lot of people are waiting for it in the morning. Now, the next thing is when the merger happens. And that could be a bull trap within itself. I've stated it before. A bull trap making you wait towards the merger, hoping that something different is going to happen when the stock is already in a downward channel. Okay? You can see it there. This peak, this peak. The question is, will there be another drop and another peak down here? That's the big question mark. And that's the thing to think about as this continues to play out. So let's go ahead and look here what's going on, because I don't like people being all caught up in hype and speculation, because that's not what it's about. This is still one of the stocks that can possibly squeeze explosively, because people are saying up to $20, $25, $15 because of the short interest that's still out there, but only if the bulls put up the fight against the shorts. So currently right now at 783. If it breaks through 688, 685, watch that carefully towards all the way down to 550. And the bulls need to break through the first resistance level that was built today, and that is 869. The next point is 952, and then all the way up here at 1191. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.